Today, we're going to learn about lacto infections. I'm going to show you what's up. If you get a lacto infection, the mash isn't ruined. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Check this out. That's what it looks like. You got a lacto. A lot of people get worried. They think it's ruined. But this is actually going to come out super fruity. And most of the time, it smells like pineapples. It's really good. I'm going to run this off. It's going to make excellent corn liquor. She's done rolling. So I'm going to put it in the still. So if you ever see something like that, don't worry. Not to mention, if you wanted to scrape some of this off the top, you can add that to another batch and force a lacto usually. The liquor comes out great. So if you see something like that and you're new, it count it as a blessing. It's not a bad thing. It happens from time to time. Usually running something with a lacto, you might get a little bit less alcohol. Not always, but sometimes. But the alcohol is going to be better. Well, I'll run it and taste it. Let's see what it's all about. All right, also one thing to remember about a lacto is if it stinks like puke, you need to let it go another week. Once it starts to smell fruity, like delicious pineapples, then it's ready to roll. Let's put it in there and run it off. She's running. I got rid of a half gallon of heads that untossed. I got a gallon there, quart there. So I'm on my sixth one. It's good. It tastes great. Right now she is at 100 proof. 2 more jars hopefully before it gets under 100. If not, whatever. So far it's good liquor, man. It's great. She started out running at like I think 120, which is lower than normal. I normally get about 130 out of this sweet corn, fresh corn, 130 or 140. She started out going 120, but that's good liquor, man. If you see a lacto, count it as a blessing. It's not bad. You don't need to toss it. Really sweet, delicious liquor. So there's different types of lacto. The one that I showed you, this type, how it looked, that's the most common. That's a really good lacto. There's some that looks like a real fuzzy blanket. That's a good lacto. One time I had a batch and it got a real weird lacto and it got thick. I mean like jelly, and it was like a damn slime. It's like slime. And I didn't run it because I didn't like the way it smelled. It was a pain in the ass to strain. But I've heard of people adding water to it, watering it down, and then running it. If you get that type of lacto, which that's a very rare, weird-ass lacto. Is when it's thick, super thick. It's like glue, man. It's you can't even put a hydrometer in it because the hydrometer won't sink. So, but most lactos are awesome. That real thick, gluey one, it just wasn't my thing. I dumped that shit out in the driveway and I called her quits. So keep that in mind. Lactos are a good thing 80% of the time. Sometimes you'll get a bad one, but even then you'll still probably get liquor out of it. But if it gets thick and gluey, good luck putting that thick ass shit in your still. You know what I mean? But this is awesome lacto right here. This tastes amazing. Okay, I got my liquor ran for my lacto infection. I got 1.5 gallons out of it. Normally, that same mash on a run, a 20-gallon run, I'd get 2 gallons. This time I only got 1.5 gallons before it started. The reason why is because lacto, they call it lactobacillus or whatever, however you pronounce it. It's just like kind of like yeast, where yeast will eat the sugar, poop out alcohol. But lacto don't poop out alcohol. Lacto will take and poop out lactic acid, which could give some really good flavors and really good smells. And sometimes at first it might stink. Like if you got a lacto infection and it stinks, wait a week. After a week, if it starts to smell fruity, that's when you want to run it. So like if you know you got a lacto, you might want to put some extra sugar in there for the lacto so that the yeast can do its job and the lacto can do its job. Because some people force a lacto. I could take that and add some of that off the top to another mash and make it have a lacto infection. That's good corn liquor. Now, I don't know. It might be a tiny bit different than normal. It's great. Sometimes it'll be real fruity. I'm not really getting too much fruity or floral. I'm just getting good old-fashioned sweet corn liquor. But, 1.5 gallons ain't quite 2 gallons, but it's better than nothing. So don't throw that shit out if you ever get one. That's Lacto. See y'all later.